Hi Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and we're going to be doing your December 1st to the 7th, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously here on YouTube, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you are interested in a private reading or in a gift card for the holidays, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Aquarius, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Oh, we're crowned with the Knight of Cups. We then have the Empress reversed. We have the Ace of Cups, angels and spirit guides. We have the King of Pentacles, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Two of Cups reversed. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess reversed. Should have looked at the picture. Angels and spirit guides. We have the Page of Swords, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. The Seven of Pentacles and the Chariot. Let me make sure that everything is in frame for you guys. Perfect. All right. Yay. What I love is that we are taking the gifts that are being offered to us, Aquarius. So with the Knight of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups. So you're taking the gift of love and acceptance and kindness and compassion. You will also find that this week is going to be more emotional. So if you're sitting there and you're like, wow, I don't understand why everything's kind of just hitting me, this is why. And it's perfectly natural. It's perfectly okay. What you're going to see is a release of a lot of toxicity that you've been carrying in your heart and a sense of stepping into your power. Now, we are going to have a bit of conflict with sacred feminine energy. So, however that looks like, whatever that looks like for yourself in your life, right? When you think of sacred feminine energy, because we have the Empress and because we have the High Priestess reversed, we can be having some difficulty there. We can feel like we have to give too much, right? We're spread just so thin. We have to be everything to everyone. We can feel, drained and overwhelmed, or that everything has to be perfect. Very stereotypical, quote unquote. However, your culture, your society views femininity, you're going to feel a strain in that area. So just being aware of it during this time, and also being kind enough to yourself to say that can be other people's expectations. It doesn't have to be mine. And so accepting that within us for ourselves and also for the people around us if we don't identify as female. But also knowing that we can feel a little bit overwhelmed with the caring expectations that are put on us no matter who we are. With the King of Pentacles, okay, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Okay, so if we have water sign energy in our chart, if we're born on the cusp with Pisces, that comes through very powerfully and very positively during this time. Or if we have water sign energies in our lives, if we're born on the cusp with Capricorn, or we have earth sign energy in our chart, that again comes through very positively but very powerfully. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, right? And we're taking that gift right here. It's coming into our hands. Now we can also be meeting people, connecting with people that help us to move forward more in love with our life, or slowing things down and really focusing on what's important. With the King of Pentacles, it will be the same deal, where it is the same sense of I'm moving forward in what brings my prosperity, of what, what I'm good at. I'm amplifying what I can excel at instead of trying to force myself to be a way that just isn't right for me. So being aware of this is going to be very important. Also, with taking this gift of from God, source, spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, of the Ace of Pentacles, or planting seeds. This is going to be a fantastic week for planting seeds. It's kind of like planting garlic bulbs, right? You do that at the end of fall and like in November, right? And then you wait for the garlic to grow the next year. So here, there's that sense as well as I'm planting the seeds now, if we're in the northern hemisphere, in this womb time with the earth, or if we're in the southern hemisphere during this time of growth and warmth and expansion. So the Ace of Pentacles comes forward and is really helping us to achieve our goals, to see what we desire. We're very focused. We're kind of learning our skills. It doesn't matter how old we are or where we are in our careers. We're learning what we really excel at and are able to take hold of that and move forward with pride. Now, with the Two of Cups reversed, there is something here that we are going to be offered to heal from that we're not quite ready to yet. It's like, no, I don't want to forgive. I don't want to forget. I don't want that right now. I don't want the healing. I don't want the balance. And internally, it will be more advantageous for us to heal. But if we're not ready for it, we're not ready for it. So just being honest with ourselves and compassionate with ourselves is going to be important. The High Priestess reverse, just like the Empress reverse, like here with the Empress reverse, we're going to have a hard time creating what it is that we want. It doesn't mean that it's impossible, but you might be sitting there really wanting to do this thing, really, revved, you have all this energy, you have the Knight of Cups, you're moving forward towards what you want. The King of Pentacles is like, yes, this can be prosperous. Look at it this way, look at it that way, really adding to the successful feeling of yourself. And with the Empress reverse, it's like, I just can't create it right now. During this week, balancing things with mindlessness, like coloring or doing something, going for a walk, doing something that is mindless, that you might think is a little silly, is actually going to be very centering for you. And as you do that, you're going to see yourself grow in prosperity. Now, with the High Priestess being reversed, a veil is being lifted from our eyes that we're not ready for yet. We can be overstressed, the holidays, expectations, this, that. We're like, listen, I do not need to add a spiritual awakening on top of all of this. So just being aware, but also knowing that you're going to have more intense dreams, that you're going to have, spirit talking to you. And if we ignore that, we can just feel like, I don't understand what's not in alignment. It was just not right. I kind of feel miserable about something. And connecting spiritually, Aquarius, is really going to help with that. With the Page of Swords, that's us. We are coming through as the learner, as the child, the soaker up of all information and knowledge during this time. It's also connecting with our inner child self, our inner child voice, our inner child ideas, our inner child sense of wonderment and stories and insight. And it brings us to the Seven of Pentacles. Move slowly. This is going to be a time of planting seeds, growth, expansion, ideas. And with the Chariot, we can have really good relations with Cancer energy. June 21st to July 22nd is the Cancer time period represented by the Chariot. But our patience is also going to be in taking the reins and embracing what we love. We're really good during this week in moving forward of movement of the heart and intuition of the heart. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Here we have the Crow reversed, and it says universal laws and truth are now being revealed. Use this energy to create your reality. And with this being reversed, just like we have that blockage with the High Priestess, it's like, oh no, I'm not ready for this yet. And Spirit's kind of like, why? Let's connect. Let's see. Let's explore. Let's open up the doors. And we're going to be apprehensive, but Spirit isn't really going to get it. So just being aware of that energy is going to be important. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is meditation reverse, the crown chakra, focusing our mind, focusing ourselves through the act of meditating. Now, that can mean sitting crisscross applesauce on our floor, meditating, connecting with ourselves. that way in stillness. But it can also be, you meditate while you wash the dishes. You meditate while you go for a walk with your dog. You meditate while you color or knit or sew or, ride the train or whatever it is that you're doing. You can use that time as meditative time, like just looking out the window as you move past a space. That can be meditative. We tend to think of things so literally, and we'll have to do it just right and have to have this meditation pillow and have to do it just like this and just like that. Let's not take it all so seriously. Let's crown ourselves, taking the crown up and putting it up on our heads with love and compassion and beauty and brilliance. So just like letting ourselves have a bit more play as we connect. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Oh, with this, massaging the I think it's the C7, like that bump where like your shoulders connect to your neck. That spot. If you can massage that, that really helps to open up the channel of the mind, like of the crown, and your mind being expanded. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what energy we need to be mindful of, angels and spirit guides. This is the Queen of Cups, emotional manipulation. It can be people thinking their way is the only right way to do something. It is also somebody who's very emotionally intuitive. And because they are emotionally intuitive, instead of using their power for good, they decide to use it to get what they want. They really do feel like, oh, I can read the room really well and I can manipulate people for what I need. They might not be conscious about this, but that's how they've learned to play the game as they've grown. And Spirit is saying here, be really mindful about this because it's not going to benefit you. It's going to make you feel worse. You are so in tuned already, emotionally, that this type of behavior you'll be able to see, but they're also using your emotional intuition and attunement to trap you, to make you feel stuck. So just be mindful about that. Our subconscious spirit energy to be mindful of is the meadowlark reversed. It said, smile. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. This is reversed because we're kind of focused just right now on this week. We're looking at, how to build things on this earthly realm, Aquarius, instead of how to reach for the stars. We're represented by the stars in the major arcana. And so our dreams and our desires, they're just so important to us. So just being aware of that is going to be super important. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. It's the hangman reverse. We're going to have a tendency subconsciously to question ourselves, think there's something wrong with us. So just be mindful about this during this time. It moves us then to rebirth reverse. We are going through a transformation and yet we're fighting it. This is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. So just knowing that things are transforming, we are being reborn, and to not try to hold on to things so tightly because that's just going to make us feel frustrated. I know that sounds like an odd thing to say, but during this week we have firm goals, we have firm ideas, we have firm ways that we want to move forward. And Spirit is saying, as we grab the handles of things, we grab the reins of the chariot. Don't hold too tight because then you'll make the horse, you'll hurt the horse's mouth, right? If you hold too tight on a chariot, a horse has a sensitive mouth. That's one of the things that you look for with a horse. If you have a horse that has a hard mouth, that's not as good a sign, and they take a lot more care and a lot more time. So just being aware of this during this time, you don't want to hold the reins too tight because you're actually going to change the movement of things. There needs to be a looser grip, and then a connection with your heart to their heart. So I'm just thinking of there's something called, I believe it's called like horse therapy, where you connect with a horse. And a horse, because they're prey animals, right? They're so sensitive to anything that can disturb them. And they read you so quickly. They read us more quickly than we can read ourselves or than others can read us. And so what a horse shows you is truth. And so here, it's that connection. It's connecting with the earth, and it's connecting with animals, and it's connecting with your inner soul, your inner self. And seeing what comes up because that's the truth. And we'll ignore it and be like, oh no, that's not polite, or that's not this, or that's not that. It's like, no, when it first reveals itself to you, see the truth and move forward in it. And then that's going to break down the barrier of trusting ourselves intuitively. That is here this week. We're going to have a bit of a difficulty trusting ourselves intuitively. So just being aware of that is going to be super important. It moves us then to the Seven of Wands reversed. And the Seven of Wands is like, I'm tired of fighting, right? And with that being reversed, it's stepping away from the fighting. It's standing up for what you believe in, yes, but it's stepping away from the fighting, the chaos, the upset, and it's stepping into what we need to stand for and where we need to be. Because if we're always on guard, if we're always, it's kind of like if you always have a clenched fist, this hurts. This hurts the hand. Or if you hold the pencil too tightly while you draw, it doesn't give you the smooth lines. So you need to learn to release during this week. That's going to be really important because our energy is kind of like this. And this, just even for this short period of time, it's exhausting. Release. All right, Aquarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this week and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aquarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. Love you all and have a blessed week. Bye.